my life, I've never had a year as bad as 2024. That's why when people complain about 2025, I laugh, because 2025 is this, as in, God rewarded me with this year, 2025. But last year, I was literally drowning. I was this close to, I've never thought of, I don't know if I should say of suicide, but last year was terrible. I was bedridden for a couple of days, and right there, I set open a pseudo page, and I'm like, what should I call this page? And nobody would know that it's me. I can at least post my fears, post my thoughts, and then right there and then on the hospital bed with my left hand, because my right hand is my active hand, I opened the page Port Harcourt in pictures, and I think they were angry that I was promoting this thing in good light. They were benefiting from the negativity and the negative portrayal of our city. So it was like there was a tackle that, oh no, so whenever I say something or I give like, or they would just flood my comment section and lie just to confuse gullible people. I was telling a story from my own point of view, but some people were like, no, this is not how it is, trying to confuse all my readers just so that just to cause confusion. You can put me and I can tell you 30 things I can post about Port Harcourt today in 1 second, because it is what I know. My why is what God told me, or what I wanted to was to promote Port Harcourt City.
Welcome to the Jerrycan show. My name is Jerry, and I'm so excited to have you on this episode. My goal with this show is to introduce you to the people, the ideas, and the resources that will help you execute on your dreams. I have conversations with game changers, change makers, trailblazers, people that are worthy of your time and worthy of mine. I get to unpack their brains and share that information with you so you can build the life you truly deserve. Guys, I'm so excited about my guest because she is someone who has mastered the art and science of storytelling, not with words but with pictures. She's a visual storyteller, and while I was having a conversation with her before we came on the show, she said something very brilliant and very striking. She said, anything for Port Harcourt. And that's the underlying force, that's the intention that drives her as regards what she's currently doing, changing the narrative of how the city of Port Harcourt is being seen and felt. My guest is a visual storyteller. She has mastered the art and the science of telling stories, not with words, but with pictures, stunning pictures, from connecting brands and startups, giving them visible digital visibility to changing the narrative about Port Harcourt. That is what drives her. Friends of the show, please, you can see her. She's looking so beautiful. She's smiling right now. A round of applause as I'm celebrating Port Harcourt's finest. That's what I call her. She's been regarded as Port Harcourt Jagaban. She's the brilliant mind behind Port Harcourt in Pictures. Tonye, I am so happy.
Thank you so much. Hello everybody, good to be in your midst. If you're watching right now, thank you for tuning in, and I know you're going to enjoy this conversation. Thank you for having me, my boss.
It's not a boss thing. I think at this point now, it's even safe for me to reverse and say, now you be the boss. Truth is, while I was coming here, I just had in mind that there's so many things I would learn from you. But before I dive into that, first of all, I hit you up a couple of days back. I said, can we do this? And you responded immediately and said, yes, let's do it. And you said, can we do it today? And it's happening today. It's a testament of who you are. Thank you so much. Thank you for audience. And I can't say this enough. Thank you for what you're doing for our own city, Port Harcourt. You've really changed the narrative. Now I will say Port Harcourt to the world. You are a living being of that phrase, Port Harcourt to the world. I know so much about you, but for the people that don't have an idea who you are, let's backtrack and start from that place. Tell us about yourself and how you dreamed of this idea and you jumped out, started running with it.
Hello everybody, my name is Tonye Briggs, founder Port Harcourt in Pictures, a social media platform which promotes Port Harcourt City beyond militancy, oil bunkering and oil spillage. I started this brand about 10 years ago. We're going to be 10 in a couple of months, on the 19th of March. And it started when I was relocating from Lagos to Port Harcourt City. I was a medical student at the College of Medicine, and I wanted to come back to Rivers State. I hadn't stayed here for long because my parents moved here. I was born and bred in Lagos, and my parents moved here about 20 years ago. So I was in school, and then 9 years ago, I decided, okay, I was going to come back and relate with my own people and know my people, know my culture. And unfortunately, I had an accident on my way back, and I was bedridden for a couple of days. And right there, because they had warned me that what am I coming to do in Port Harcourt City, and then when my friends were like, Tonye, Google Port Harcourt City, it's not safe, what are you going to do? And true, when I Googled, all I saw was, when you Google Port Harcourt, you see militancy, earth spillage, you see a head on the floor, you see somebody wearing black mask and all. But I'm like, you know what, I'm like, this is where my parents live, it can't be that bad. And moreover, I'd seen what Lagos government used to do for their own indigenes. I mean, a lot of Lagosians enjoy a lot when we're in school. I'm like, maybe also go and eat oil money and work in oil company in my city. Now, this is my city, Rivers girl in the river, let me know and relate with my people. And that was how I said to come back. But fortunately, God had other plans, and I was in the hospital. And because I did not want my friends who had told me not to relocate to know what had happened to me, I decided to open a pseudo page. And I'm like, what should I call this page? And nobody would know that it's me. I can at least post my fears, post my thoughts, and then right there and then on the hospital bed with my left hand, because my right hand is my active hand, I opened the page Port Harcourt in pictures, and I started with the food because, well, I had a bit of privilege because my mom was the HOD in our department at UPT, so they gave us professional treatment. We're in the best ward. We're always giving food. So they bring onunu for us with a lot of things. They'll give us obstacles. So I'm like, look at better food. This can be so bad. And then for the first time in my life, I entered an MRI scan, and I'm like, so we have this kind of type of thing in this city. Why? Because what they made me believe was this was a village. And I'm like, these are good things. These are things that I should be posting online. That's why I started posting when I'm going, when I eventually made it out of the hospital, when I'm driving or when I'm going out. I'm being driven, I enter a bus, I'm videoing the roads, I'm posting, I'm videoing our food, I'm posting, I'm reading up about a certain place. I'll say room Mokoro, I'll read up about it. And so that's how the page started. Funny enough, I started the page just to promote the city. I didn't know it could be something that people would align with, and that's how I started Port Harcourt in pictures, promoting the city, promoting the good people, the good culture, the good places, and the good food in Port Harcourt City. And also, like I tell people, I got my cue also from India. It didn't just happen. I've never been to India, but here's the dirtiest place in the world. But guess what? When you're watching their Bollywood movies, they don't show you the dirty parts. If they tell me and Jerry now to pick dressing like an Indian prince, and me dressing that, put that dot, and I'll just like Calabar woman, I'll pick that outfit. Why? Because of the way they've portrayed their culture. They don't show you the dirty parts in India. So why do we do that in Port Harcourt City? Why do we do that in our own space? Why are we quick to judge the government? Why are we quick? Okay, let me take that. I take that back. Why are we quick to judge people, judge the policeman? You see a policeman who is doing the job diligently, you won't video that and post, but you pick the one that is collecting bribes and post. Why? You see a clean place in the city, you won't post that, but you go ahead and post the dustbin. We are forgetting that we are also chasing away investors, because what is being documented online is the things we are saying. What we don't know is that there's something called digital footprints. So they are picking up the things, they are picking up the keywords. So every time they keep saying Port Harcourt dirty, Port Harcourt bad, that is what is being promoted online. And also, something that also gingered me when I started was, like 3 years ago, I heard from a reliable source that we're the highest consumers of Heineken. But guess what? Heineken came to Nigeria with Jardena. Then they did an event about 3-4 years, and they refused to bring Jardena to Port Harcourt. What was the reason? They said their security people told them that Port Harcourt is a red light zone. But you took Jardena to Abuja, took Jardena to Lagos. Tell me where is not safe. Tell me, is there any place that is not safe in the world? No. So why do we keep doting on Rivers State? And that was why I said, okay, I'm going to take this brand seriously and be the 1% of the 1% to promote Port Harcourt City regardless.
Thank you for being the 1% of the 1% of promoting and changing the narrative of our city. At the risk of digressing, Dubai today, people go to Dubai as a tourist destination because Dubai understands the power of media, and they've used that to sell Dubai. I
heard that even if a Dubai citizen should catch you videoing the bad part, they will report you. They won't collect your phone from you. That is how much they are so patriotic.
Thank you. I just have a feeling that we've not even gone so far, but you've touched on virtually the essence of what why you went into this in the first place. Let's talk about the challenges when you started. When I came into your office, I was just telling my DOP, my DOP, I said, boy, this is beautiful, this is lovely, this is what you've done for yourself. It's a lifestyle brand today. I love what you do, on your platform. And people will admire where you are right now. But the story behind the glory, the challenges when you started, the challenges you still, you maneuver now. Maybe at this point and place you have mastery, you have a better grasp of how it is. But when you started, it wasn't like this. What was the challenges when you were kickstarting your?
So I think starting out was just like I told some people the other day. There's some people that derive when we're happy when we complain that NEPA takes light. Some people are happy. Why? Because the generators industry is happy when they take light.
Of course, people are making money from it.
They're making money. So the truth is, there's no bad, there's no good. The bad that you think is happening to some people are benefiting from it.
They're benefiting.
So just the same way the generator people are angry whenever there's light. It's the same way people were angry that I was promoting this thing good light. They were benefiting from the negativity and the negative portrayal of our city. So it was like there was a tackle that, oh no, so whenever I say something or I give like, or they would just flood my comment section and lie just to confuse gullible people at all. But I stood my ground.
That's like the misconception about your brand.
Yeah, so maybe when I post a story, okay, so just like the way, if I ask you now, if both of us make egusi soup, we're not going to make egusi soup the same way.
Yes, of course.
So if I post how me I make my own egusi soup, you will now want to make my own way look less authentic. So that was what was happening. I was telling story from my own point of view, but some people were like, no, this is not how it is. Trying to confuse all my readers just so that just to cause confusion. But I was able to live above that. Second thing was also acceptance. I couldn't speak my language. I didn't know places and all. In fact, there was a time where we carried our camera to Malone and we had people come and seize our camera. Like, who you not be? Why? And we're like, we're just telling a story. We're not oil workers. We're not white people. We're just trying to tell a story. And also, someone will tell us, you go give us something. Or we won't actually chase us away that you can't video us. We're not even videoing them. We're just like videoing like the flyovers. Because that's what I started with infrastructure.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I used to go and I'll climb the pedestrian bridge. I'll video I'll stand and be videoing cars. And then what of that encouraged me were those people who had lived in Port Harcourt and relocated. They're like, Tonye, no be CFC where my mama shop day before be that. Look at my church. No, look at the line. Why is it? So when I go out, those video random places, because coincidentally, when I moved to Port Harcourt, when I started serving in Port Harcourt, I also served in Rivers State.
Okay.
Yeah, because due to the accident, I was deployed to Edo State, but because of the accident, I had a neck collar. I had to redeploy back to Rivers State. So I used to serve at the Ministry of Health. So anytime I would sit down in front of the bus, I would sit down, pay for 2 seats. I would now be putting my phone, be videoing, but I'll be videoing the nice roads because I could see beauty.
Yeah.
I could see beauty. Trust me. We have good roads in Rivers State compared to the cities you guys even praise. Our roads are at least 99% good. So I used to video that. I used to derive pleasure from doing that. Then flyovers came and it just boom. And then I moved to people. So that was the good side. Then the other challenges are, I didn't know I could make a business out of it. It was just something I was doing for fun. And so while I was happy the day I got my first 1.5, because the first payment I got was 1.5, and when the lady reached out to me, I'm like, what do you want to do? She said she'll pay me to put. I said, I don't understand. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. That you say you pay me to put. I don't know. But I say it's Lagos again. I had to surgery. I said, okay, okay. I gave her account number and she gave me money. I'm like, wow, like thank you, Jesus. So I know. So I think one of the other times where people did not understand when the moment I wanted to move from my 1.5, because I saw that there was a business in what I was doing. So I started traveling to Lagos. I'll go and learn. I'll attend a lot of seminars and events. There was something called Social Media Week. I attended for like 6 years straight. I was always going to learn, and I had to now like put a fee on my price. So people did not. Yeah, so I had to put out the rate card. So some people did not know where that's when business. They could not keep up with the fact that I had moved. There was not a business side of Port Harcourt in pictures. and all and everything. So I think aside that, there's been a lot of love. The only thing is that people are yet to understand that it's, content creation and influence is now a business. It's no more a side hustle. It's now business for brands.
Okay, before we talk about the monetization, which you did mention, you touched on something very important earlier. You said you were able to, to rise above the critics and the naysayers. How did you do that? That's one, and then we'll touch about, before we talk about the monetization, your content creation process. How's it like for you? Daily, how do you get inspiration? How do you get in that space where you're constantly posting things? Like when I see your content, like how do you
I told somebody that I post 15 times a day. If not, up until last year, I post 15 times a day till Instagram. I started with their restrictions and not with their, when you post, they think you're a robot. So but every day I post 5 to 8 times a day. So basically, me every day I create at least 3 contents a day. Then I wait for people to pay me. Let's say client jobs gives you another 3 posts, which is about 6. Then people now add me as collaborator, so which makes it about 8, 9, 10. Before I used to create 15 posts per day.
Boy, I think I know how to work. Now I'm seeing someone that works.
So I think one of the things that helped me was that I knew my why. Okay. Most people don't know why they are doing things. You want to become a content creator, but you don't know that you're not even a creative person. You're not even learning to be creative. You don't know why. So everything, what makes me earn money is that Tonye, that's promote Port Harcourt City. That promote Port Harcourt. So that fuels me. That's energy. That is what fuels my drive. So what I do is I'm sitting down, I'm thinking of, you can put me here, like I can tell you 30 things I can post about Port Harcourt today in 1 second. Because it is what I know my why. My why is what God told me, or what I wanted to was to promote Port Harcourt City. So I told you, I say before you even enter content creation or before you even venture into anything, know who you are, know what you are doing, and know why you are doing it. I know who I am. I know why. I know what I'm doing. Port Harcourt in picture. That's why no matter what we do, we only post Port Harcourt. Everything about Port Harcourt food. You can't say anything aside Port Harcourt. If you see us posting any other city, it means maybe a Port Harcourt person is doing something in that city. Everything is surrounded around Port Harcourt City, and we know why. We have our why. We know why we are doing this. We are doing it because this is what we want. So that is what has also fueled us. We know who we are. We know what we are doing, and we are knowing why. We know why. So what I want to tell people is that whenever you want to go into your creative process or whatever, please make sure you know. If you know those things, nothing will ever move you. And I think that is what fuels me, because I know that anytime I wake up, I'm like, oh, Tonye, you're tired. You know why I started this page, yo. Make them not laugh, yo. You know why I started this page, yo. Make you not go see post. We say Port Harcourt, something Port Harcourt. And I'm happy that 9 years down the line, or almost 10 years down the line, people are beginning to join me in the journey, because people are saying that the earlier we promote our city, this investors.
No other person will do it for us.
And do you know the funny thing? Other people are now picking. If we don't even promote the good, people will now tell. If you don't tell stories, tell our own stories, people will take those stories and twist it in their own narrative and tell their own story. So I think people don't understand that. If we don't tell our own story, now investors they run come out too. If we begin the cho, then go run come out, we not go get jobs again. We not go. So I think I'm happy that one of the things that fuels me is that I know why I started and I know who I am. I know that no matter what, this is what is going to do. And of course, the monetary aspect. I know say if I stop, we did plenty now for the industry. If I stop, another person go pick up. And they're not going to remember. And that's one thing most people do. Most people think, oh, I've gotten to the peak, and they relax. You're forgetting that there are many fishes in the water. If you don't show up, if one fish doesn't show up, the hook picks up the next fish. And nobody is loyal to, oh, she's been there before. No. They're going to look for who is more relevant and who is more active.
Whenever I get to meet people that are grounded, and I say that word with understanding the weight it carries, that knows their whys, the intention behind what they do, I have this peace that, yes, this is... I'm just having that feeling. The moment you started talking about your why, understanding why you're in this in the first, not even for the monetary compliment, but the life force that drives you into it, I just say, that's very, very deep. We're going to a quick break right now, and when we return, we'll still have this conversation going. Hello, welcome back. It's still the Jerrycan show. My name is Jerry, and I'm here with the brilliant mind behind Port Harcourt Pictures, a platform that has changed and reshaped the narrative about our very own city. Tonye, Briggs, and we're still talking about not just the platform, but the brand. Monetization, I'll touch on that, but whenever you make a post, one of the things I look at the comment section is a lot of people from the diaspora. Those are more like your core audience.
I think
how do you tap into that?
So I think those are the people that fueled me. In fact, and that is one thing. That's why I thought when people ask me how do I cope, what I do is I focus on the positive. So I was happy. I think what helped me was a lot of people who had left the city. I don't know how they found my page. I think it's just God. But they found my page, and before you know, they were sharing it to their community. And also, like I said, people that enjoyed my page were not even residents, were people who had left, who had relocated. They'll be like, oh my goodness, this is how. For some people, will be like, for some people still don't know that there's a flyover at GRA Junction. Meanwhile, as at 3-4 years, there was no flyover, or let's say 5-10 years ago. Okay. So those people aligned with, though they wanted, the thing is, I know that most people left, but they wanted to also connect with their city.
Yes, exactly.
They wanted to connect with their roots. Yes, they were far away, but they wanted to be close. And I think I did unknowingly, my page offered that to them. So somebody is not more in River State, but the person could get River State news, River State gist, River State happenings. You could align, you know that, okay, you know, and then I think most of the things that they used to enjoy when they were growing up here, they couldn't get it when they relocated or when they traveled out of the city or of the country, so they could align with it. So I think that was what also helped and fueled me, and I'm happy that I kept digging deep. So it also helped me. So every day I gave myself assignment, I was digging deep into more stories, more storytelling, more cultural presentations, and I think that is what helped me.
Okay, let's talk about the monetization. I understand the algorithm has, you know, a way of sometimes you're putting effort and it looks like virality. Some of your posts have gone viral, and there's some content you like. I used to have this feeling that, you know, I'm putting content out there, like this one will hit. Then you put it out there, it doesn't resonate. You don't get any. That is every creator's nightmare. There's a content that you're like, this one no just I'm shy, you know, and it will shock you that it will go, you know. So let's talk about the algorithm, the platforms, and you know how you're able to navigate through different platforms. You know, putting yourself out there. Yes, Instagram is huge for you, but is it the only thing you use? Platform you use? Funny enough, Instagram is not the only. How do you juggle it? Instagram is not the only platform I use, but it's a platform I have dear to my heart. But guess what? It's this platform that shows me Pepe the more. Okay. Because you see, TikTok pays its creators. Facebook now pays its creators. Even Twitter pays, but Instagram does not pay us. Like they only paid our counterparts in the UK who are not in Nigeria. But I don't know why I love that platform. In fact, there was a time when 100 and something thousand. I have 94.5. Okay. I have on Twitter. I'm active on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and I even have a website. But guess what? It's only still Instagram. I don't even pay attention to other platforms. What I do is I focus on Instagram and I share to other platforms. But I think I like Instagram because Instagram gave me my big breakthrough. My page was initially an Instagram page before it moved, and it is still where I get paid the more. That is people, brands reach out to me. Yes, brands reach out to me. Or like other platforms that the platforms pay people, but brands don't reach out to me on those platforms, which is why I still have Instagram. But Instagram doesn't pay me as a whole. But what I do is I do a lot of influence. So another thing was I also transitioned. So you're not an island, you're free to move and transition. Okay. I started out as a blog Instagram page, but I moved to being a content creator and an influencer. And now brands pay me to come and create content at their events. Brands pay me to influence for their brands. So I create videos, I create user-generated content for brands to use for their marketing. So we've been able to diversify and move beyond that. So those are the different ways we're also making money and monetizing the brand. Yes, from blogging to content creation and to influencing. Different hats. You have grown and evolved from this to this, and you know, in my journey I understand that a lot of these things are always in your head. Making that transition is always, before something appears on the physical, there has to be like a mental thing that, you know, that goes in first. How did you transition from this to that, to like the struggles, or how was it like for you? So for me, being that same person but evolving over time.
It wasn't easy because, like I tell people, nobody knows I'm an introvert, but you won't believe it.
With the videos I see?
I'm serious. Okay. I'm an introvert, but I'm very playful. So people mistake that playfulness for being an extrovert. Okay. So it wasn't easy for me because I applaud content creators, but you can imagine me waking up and telling people, "Hi guys, get ready with me. I just woke up. Watch me." I found it hard videoing my life, talking to the. I mean, because of my upbringing, I'm very good. I could talk well. I'm a good orator, but I couldn't find myself videoing myself. Okay, I want to cry now. Sit down, put camera, video myself. Or I want to eat, I'll put video camera. Yeah, guys, or I'm going to shop. Or if I right now when I see content creators videoing, because I know there's a recent surge in people traveling to Benin Republic and Ghana, and I'm like, see Ghana where I go how many years ago? I see some the small video where I get, I never even post them. What I'm saying is I'm not going back to get my old videos to post, because I'm saying that it's now create content creation. But then I do those videos and keep on my phone. But what I had to do is I had to evoke. I realized that people now want, just like what I tell brands that I work with, I tell them, I say, gone are those days where you use outright selling and marketing to get customers. No, you have to use indirect marketing. You don't tell people, do you know, Jerry, some people don't drink as much as water is very important. Some people don't drink water. That's the water that is important. People don't drink. Is it your own brand? Is it your chocolate? Is it your dress? So gone are those where you tell people, come and buy dress. So come and buy dress. You have to tell me why I should buy your dress.
Storytelling.
Yeah, exactly. So I had to learn that. Aside even and also notice that an average social media user's attention span is 0.01 second. People are scrolling. Yeah. Do you know our greatest competitors now are now comedians? Because people just want to come online and laugh and enjoy. They don't want you to tell them.
There's a lot of stress everywhere.
Exactly. So and I realized that almost if you begin to put blog posts and just video a road and not tell a story behind the road, you will lose your audience. And then Gen Z's now came. And I noticed that aside the older people, Gen Z's now came and started making my page interesting. So I had to now start creating content for Gen Z's. The older people might sit down and read the content for 10 minutes, but the Gen Z's don't have that time. So I had to start putting my face out and turning those. So if you see now before I'll just put a road picture, simple. Port Harcourt is beautiful. Now what I do is I put a picture of it and I ask a question. I can ask you, guess this location.
For engagement.
Yes, I interact with my audience now. I
know the algorithm loves that a lot.
Yeah, so I could put a picture of Room Okoro Beach, but I'm reading about how the Room Okoro Beach started, when it was built, who built it. Or I could even put a lifestyle, because I can ask them, okay, what would they do on the flyover? I'll ask them, I'll just infuse a bit, infuse it too. And then people like, they will career. I could just go and shoot on the flyover. And people found it really wow. I mean, you see people taking pictures on the street of New York. So why can't I take a picture of my Room Okoro flyover? Why can't I? So I started doing that, and people like, we can do this, we can actually do that. And so that also helped me. And also, how I keep up is that I'm a very creative person. In fact, my creativity scares me. Like what I think or what I want to do in Port Harcourt City. In fact, it scares me because I like to see things different from the ordinary, because I like to see the good in things. So that's what has helped me, and that was how I was able to keep up. I started twisting, and like I said, I moved from being a blog to brand influencing and content creation. And very soon we're going to be a full-fledged media brand, because we need to tell the story. We need to go deep to tell the stories about our city.
One thing that constantly strikes out whenever you're talking is your love for this city. Boy, I've never felt this, in my journey as a media practitioner, I have never felt or come in contact with someone that has the enthusiasm you have for our city, for the Oxton time. Thank you again. On the journey, I'm very big on mentors. I don't know about you, but on this career which you are, do you have mentors, people you look up to? Let's say there are platforms you still learn from, or do you have mentors business-wise? What's your take on mentorship? Okay,
so for me, unfortunately, I didn't have mentors when I started out, but what I did was I decided to now start looking out for. I've traveled a couple of times to go and meet Linda Ikeji, because then she was one of the biggest people. One of the biggest people when you talk about blogging and influencing.
Sorry for forcing you. When you said you'll be a full-fledged business, that was just the person that came to mind. I said, this woman, they just go where Linda Ikeji. Because see that Linda Social and Linda TV, and I just said to myself, this is where you are going. Go ahead, just go ahead.
So she's one of the people I look up to. I follow her ardently. Another person that I also like, and motivates me is Mo Abudu. I saw she started her talk show, Moments with Mo, and she has moved into building Ebony Live Cinema.
Exactly.
She moved into doing movies and all. So you can see that everybody is steady moving. You're not a tree. I don't. You're not an island. You can move. You can, and all of them is still around media. You can transition. So those are people that I looked up to. And then one thing also helped me was that I'm somebody who likes to learn. I pride myself in the fact that there's no industry I don't know anything about. So I was always going to Lagos. Then flight was cheap. It was like 20 something, 50 something. Not now. Now I sit down here and watch podcasts. So then I used to travel every year for social media week. And you know, I like this. There you see young people creating solutions. You know, and one of the things I hope this won't put me in trouble. One of the things I found which I was like, in this was that we love enjoyment more than anything. So we're not pushing tech, but we're pushing more of enjoyment, gyration. When I go to Lagos, you see people engaging in thought-provoking conversations. We're thinking of solutions. We're thinking of how while we are thinking of how to order bole. They're thinking of how they can make bole. They can you can as in there's something they're adding tech. They are doing something tech
around whatever you're talking about.
That's why so once in a year I would always travel for social media. You see young people, and by the time I come back, I'm fired up. I'm like, wow, you see young people creating, so they're creating one food app, they're doing one tech stuff and all. I think that was what gingered me. And I'm like, no, if they can do it here, my people are also intelligent, we can also do it there. So I usually come back to showcase, oh, this is what we can do, and then engage. I've also been part of a lot of events, at least up to 70 events, 70% of events happen in Port Harcourt. I like to just be part of it. I'll support media or even give a creative idea or help in the planning. And also, one of my mentors, like I said, is Linda Kechi and Mo Abudu. Then what also helped me was that I'm always learning. Now, if you see me, I move around with a lot of Gen Zs. Why? I want to know what they know. Gen Zs have a way of finding solution. What to take us millennials and old people to 10 years, they will do it in 1 year. The way they can profess solutions amazes me. So I like to hang out with them to know their thought processes. So I think that's what helped me. I don't really have mentors, but right now those I look up to, Linda Keji, Mo Abudu, and now Tonye is somebody who amazes me. Like I see what he's doing for Africa.
Yes, exactly.
I see how he's also expanding, and I'm like, no, this is somebody that I need to be around his circle. Dupo Olusola is also somebody I look up to. Then right now, I also look up to my Gen Z creators because they're teaching me how to go live, how to do get ready with me, how to also be audacious in my industry. So I learn a lot from people around
I have a couple of questions and we'll get to wrap things up because I understand the importance of time, how valuable your time is. The first question is, in your journey with the Port Harcourt Pictures, is there a particular event or something that till date, stands out to you? If it's a memory or a particular content that, that particular one, and that way when you were creating it like this, is there a particular one that stands out to you that you hold so dear to your heart? What's the story behind that one? I just want to know.
Okay, in recent time, one of the things I did was I had the opportunity to interview one of the biggest names in Nigeria, Obi Kubana. I think that was a surreal moment. In fact, if you check
I saw the,
if you guys check the real video of that video, I was shaking. Like I was practically shaking. Like when I don't know why, but my hands were shaking while I was interviewing it because I'm like, wow. I've also had the opportunity to interview in Kem or Sophia in London, and I think for me, for somebody who didn't have any media background, I did those interviews very well because, like I said, I learned from people. I think that was also a major milestone for me because it also made me also add events. Interviewing to my feather, and I did it very well. And then for me, I think the turning point for me in Port Harcourt in pictures was when I also got, where I was recognized and I got an all-expense paid trip to Switzerland to represent Nigeria in Geneva, Switzerland. I think that was when I knew that, oh girl, you need to take this seriously. People are watching you. People are actually watching you. And another thing was, the third thing is that, before now, you see brands when they want to come and do events in Port Harcourt, they'll tell you, we have our own content creators, we just want you to post, that's all. Well, now I see how brands are flooding Port Harcourt and they're using us, they're using the influencers here. And it made me know that, Tonye, you're doing something right. So they text me, they say, Tonye, please, we need your list of influencers, we need your list of creators. Tonye, who can we work with? Or like before, they used to bring in their own creators. So I'm happy that that immediately that started happening, it gave me joy and it gave me the push to keep doing what I do. 3 things, like I said: interviewing these legends, getting an opportunity an all-expense paid trip to Switzerland to represent Nigeria at the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, I saw that also.
And also the fact that brands now coming to Port Harcourt. I mean, yes, we've had a lot of brands run out of Port Harcourt, but now we're seeing more brands coming to Port Harcourt and using our services.
You said for someone without a media background, I love how you've stepped up. You rose up to the challenge, and today you're doing beautifully and fantastically well. Kudos. The next one is a day in the life of Tonye. Of Port Harcourt Pictures. When you wake up, like, how's a day in your life like?
So,
up until the end of the day.
Every day, my body alarm, even if I go and sleep at 6 o'clock, my body alarm makes me up at 6:37. So I'm awake. I nudge myself. Finally, I'm awake at 7. I'm setting my content calendar for the day. I'm checking posts. I'm checking clients. I'm checking my messages and all. Then I begin to create content, edit content. Now that's why if you see me, if I come for your meeting between the hours of 9 and 12, know that I love you. So I don't do anything. I don't meet with anybody within the hours of 9 and 12. I'm creating content. I'm posting content. Like I said, I post 5 to 10 contents daily, so I don't have time for frivolities. I'm busy creating content. I rescheduling my posts, replying. Another thing I tell people that also made me grow is it's a social media. So what I do is when I wake up in the morning, I socialize with people. I make sure I like up to 1,000 posts per day. This is what I want, and this is my opinion. This is my honest strategy. This is my strategy. And this is what I want to encourage and tell business owners. Some of you complain of low visibility, complain of low sales, complain of low engagement, but you don't like people's posts, you don't engage. It's social media for a reason. So every morning I wake up, I make sure I'm engaging with people, I'm liking their posts, I'm commenting, and that has put me top of mind. This is my secret though. That's put me top of mind in people's life, because when they say, I don't like my post, let me check our own page. Before you know, they're liking my own page. It is called, social media is baggage in, baggage out. It's what you give, you get. So that's what I've been doing. So what I do is I wake up, I strategize, I schedule content, I like posts, I read messages, I engage, then I create content till 12. Then after 12, I'm free for anything, for meetings, for content creation and all. Thank
you so much. This is like a social media masterclass. This is a social media masterclass. It was just all out there. You shared your strategy, and not everyone will do that, but you're so kind and generous. Like, this is what I do. You guys should do it. It works. It works. It really, really works. The last question is, what's your advice for entrepreneurs or people that want to get into this, what you're doing, leveraging social media to build their brands or scale their companies or businesses? What's your advice? What's your advice to them? Okay,
so my advice is, first of all, know who you are, know what you're doing, and know why you're doing it. We've already said that early in this conversation. But now my advice to you is be authentic and market yourself. See, Coca-Cola is known. There's no city that Coca-Cola is not in, but guess what? Coca-Cola's marketing budget is times 2 of their production budget. They are constantly promoting their brand. So what are you sitting down and doing? You think anybody will pull you up and say Tonye is the best? No. If you don't blow your trumpet, if you don't market yourself, if you don't tell people what you're about, nobody will remember you. You need to constantly build yourself. You need to constantly learn, relearn, and unlearn what you know. It's okay to say you don't know it. It's okay to learn. Be authentic. Constantly market yourself, blow your trumpet, and keep learning. I better, I good. Some of you sit and say, I better pass that girl low. Nobody cares. It's who shows up that they go and meet. So show up. Promote yourself. Blow your trumpet. Don't wait for this. Blow your trumpet. Tell people, grow yourself. Tell people who you are, please. And trust me, by the next time I'm on this podcast, I'm sure your level will have changed. Just follow these steps. Be authentic. Blow your trumpet, market yourself like say no tomorrow. Can you do me a favor? Go and read Coca-Cola. Another thing I tell people is that today, if you Google, if you're watching me now, go and Google my name, Tonye Briggs, or Google Port Harcourt in pictures, you will see me. But if I ask you watching me, Google your name, what pops up? Nothing. Why? And you're complaining of low sales. If we Google, let's say you're selling shoes and I Google shoes in Port Harcourt now, will your brand pop up? No. So please work on yourself, market yourself, go on Google, set your search engine optimization, your SEO, build yourself, blow your trumpet, let people know who you are. Please. And I'm sure that in 10 years from now, in 5 years from now, in 2 years from now, you'll be at the top. I will celebrate you.
Moments like these are so deep. Like, I'll give an example. If you're in church, it's like, right on, pastor. Loud it.
Receive.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You touched on so many things. Thank you so much. This is a master class for me. I came here with intention to learn. I'm being honest right now.
Yay.
And I've learned the secret and the driving force of what you do. It's not about the luxury. Of course, that one day, it's good, but what's the life force behind it? And what is, moving what you do? Thank you for audience. And again, thank you so much for watching. Hello, welcome back. It's still the Jerrycan show. My name is Jerry, and this is the lightning round or rapid fire session. And I'll be having it with, of course, you're seeing her. But I've got the pictures, Tonye Briggs. Are you ready?
Yes.
Texting or talking? Texting or talking? Which one?
Talking. Texting. I like talking, but I don't like to pick calls.
All right. You don't like to pick calls? Why?
Yes. I'd rather you text me. Tell me what you want. Don't call me.
All right. What is favorite city in Nigeria beside the one you live in right now?
Lagos.
A nickname your parents used to call you?
Mama T.
Mama T. Okay. What's the last song you downloaded? Are you a music person?
Withholding Nothing. William McDowell. It's a gospel song. I'm heavy on gospel songs.
Okay. So how long does it take you to get ready?
Trust me, it takes me like hours to have my bath. But once I have my bath, it takes me 5 minutes to get ready.
Boy. You drive, right?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you?
11/10.
Boy, blow your trumpet.
I can drive you to your dreams.
How good are you at keeping secrets?
Very good, but if you're annoying me, I spill it out.
Boy. Who is your first celebrity crush?
Crush?
Yeah, do you have any?
I thought I wanted a celebrity. Well, I love Beyonce to bits. Like Beyonce used to be my love. But for crush, I think it should be Jaro. Jaro made me. Jaro and Ashanti.
But I didn't even see that coming. If you could travel back in time, what period would you want to go to?
Yes, when I was a baby, I had no worries and problems. So when I was in my mother's arms.
As a person, and with the benefit or wisdom of hindsight, what is the best age? Like, what age do you, if you look back right now, you enjoy this particular age, you want to go back there and just want to stay there?
When I was in secondary school, I think 16, 17, from 13 to 13, those were the best periods of my life. I had no worries. I had boys chasing me. I had free life, pocket money. I'll come and I'll see Chivita from one boy under my desk. Now I did so far. See, now I did podcast. They tell you my life story. I did so far.
The thing with life is when they give you.
I'll tell you go. Now I work for every chivita I drink now.
Aside the fact that you work for it, you have people around you that are looking up to you.
Exactly. Now then they look up to me as role model. When
you just the person will text you, Papa, bro, or sister, see you. Virtue is constantly.
Just like when I told somebody like that, you hear my people tell me, man, no fail. Man, no light. Man, never has got light. I'm like, what is my problem? God, I beg.
Tonye, thank you so much once again. I really enjoyed myself. I had an amazing time with you. Too. And you're a wonderful person. I love the fact that you're well grounded, you're deeply grounded. You talked about knowing your why, knowing who you are, what you're here to do, your purpose on earth. People take these things for granted, but it's the essence of everything. When you have that foundation right, everything, it's just it's easier from there.
I didn't even add. You didn't ever ask me, but last year was a very terrible time in my life as a human being, and but who I was kept me, like, I was this close to committing suicide, but it was very bad. Like last year, all my life I've never had a year as bad as 2024. That's why when people complain about 2025, I laugh, because 2025 is this as in God rewarded me with this year 2025, but last year I was literally drowning. I was this close to, I've never thought of I don't know if I should say of suicide, but last year was terrible. But I kept telling myself, I said, Tonye, I kept remembering. I said, Tonye, what happened to this brand? What would happen to you? You know why you started? What are you telling people and all and everything? And even my family doesn't even know what happened to me, but because I'm very big on keeping my things to myself. Nobody will know what's going on with me and also. But just, if you know who you are, if even the Bible says write the vision, make it clear.
Yeah,
if you know that thing, trust me, nobody will dwindle you or push you away. So sorry for going back.
No. It's okay. And I love that this came up right now. Actually, I never even thought about having a conversation around mental health with you, but the fact that you just brought it, you just raised it up. Mental health, it's real.
It's very real.
What's your take on it?
Like I was discussing with my colleague last week, we heard that one happy person online. Very happy. She's very happy with her body and all. She dances, but guess what? We heard that she's dead. The truth is, the most happiest people are the most saddest people, and we don't know. So it's real. Everybody is meant, as in, the world is making everybody go gaga. So check up on people around. It's like the happy people, the people who look like they're happy, the people who make you happy, who make you smile. Check up on them, and also be open. Don't always bottle up things. Say it as it is. If you're angry, say it. If you're happy, say it. Tell people. Talk to somebody. I know that if you're like me, that you don't like to talk to people, but try and look for that one person you can open up to, and then always find things that you derive joy in. One of the things that I love what I do. I love my photography. I love my. If I'm sleeping and you tell me anything, I'll tell you what. But if you wake me up, photography pictures, we have a post, I will jump. Ask my colleagues. They know. I love it. So find that thing that you love. That is why I keep telling people, write the vision, make it clear. Instead of suffering in what you're not deriving joy from, find that thing that you love and derive joy. Hang out with people. I hear some of you hang out with people you don't like. If you don't like somebody, leave that person alone. You don't have to suffer. Be around people that you love. Encourage people that you love. When you reach out to me, I love talking. I say, come, let's talk about Port Harcourt. It's something I love to do. But if you're just for something else, you go pay to see me. But well, anyway, the bottom line is that find out what you love. Know your reason why. Have a why then. Only people that align with your goals, so that because it's not now. Do you know when you know your real friends or know your real people? When you're in problem, when you're in trouble, that's when you'll be able to filter your real friends. So if you don't build around people who will support you, then you'll be left alone, and that's why you think of going suicidal and they will not know. So I don't know. I hope I haven't talked to you.
No. You've just said it all. You've said it all. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and it's safe to say it's a wrap. And I hope you got value from this episode, and I look forward to more interesting episodes. I did say on the show, I'll be having conversations with people of interest, game changers, change makers, trailblazers, people that are worthy of your time and are also worthy of my time. I'll dive into their brain, get whatever knowledge I can get out of them, and then I share that with you on this platform. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi everyone, my name is Tonye Briggs, founder of Port Harcourt in Pictures, and I just had an amazing conversation on the Jerrycan show. Subscribe, like, comment, and follow the Jerrycan show on YouTube. Keep watching amazing videos, and I can't wait to see you at the top. Mwah.